Joyride is a comedy film directed by Adele Lim. She wrote it with two others, and this is her first produced, written, directed movie, a debut of sorts. Previous film credits would be Raya and the Last Dragon and Crazy Rich Asians. She's also done a lot of television. But this one is about Audrey, a young Chinese girl who was adopted, and she grew up and met Lolo, another Chinese girl, and the two of them became best friends. However, because Audrey was adopted, she sort of overcompensated by being the best, and she ended up being a really awesome lawyer. However, she's going to have a reckoning with her sort of whitewashed nature because, you know, she needs to go to China to close a deal in order to become partner. And that's where the movie sort of falters already. This movie feels like it's trying way too hard. It's overcompensating. The plot is barely there. You know, it doesn't really make sense because the movie just doesn't feel like telling you what the plot is. Why does she need to go to China to close a deal in China? They don't even tell you what the deal is. But anyways, Lolo's living in her backyard in like this sort of small shed thing, and she's trying to like sell her art, but it's not working. However, she speaks Chinese, so she's going to join Audrey, and then when they go there, they're also going to meet up with Kat, another friend of hers that can speak Chinese, and they don't like each other. Kat and Lolo don't like each other, and Lolo's cousin, Deadeye, is showing up. Her name's Vanessa, but she's kind of like awkward, socially awkward. So there's no denying that the four of these actresses are really great comedic talents. You know, Sherry Colar's really great. I haven't seen her in anything. This is her first movie I've seen her in. We've seen Stephanie Sue before in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and the main actress is good, so is Deadeye. But the movie doesn't have much of a plot, and it's trying to be too much. It's trying to be like this sort of interesting drama about finding your roots and like finding out where you come from, but also wants to be like a super, you know, edgy, raunchy, rated R comedy in the vein of The Hangover. And it doesn't, you know, it throws all these crazy events at them and they don't feel real, like that they have a sort of tiff with a drug mule. If you get caught with drugs in China, you get the death penalty. I don't think they realize that. And the movie makes light of that, and they get like lost and stuff, and all these ridiculous sort of shenanigans. And, you know, there's a lot of the jokes are dialogue based, like, you know, sniping at each other. There's a couple physical gags in there, but I didn't find myself laughing at the humor. You know, there's a lot of like very surface level things about, you know, racism, you know, like shaming people who aren't Asian enough, or whitewash jokes, but they don't really dive into that too much. And, you know, there are some interesting story elements near the end, but overall I just felt the movie just didn't connect with me. I felt like it's kind of patting itself on the back for just existing, to be honest, and that's fine, but, you know, the characters, the dialogue can be really stiff sometimes. Like there's literally a scene where they meet Ronnie Chiang. He's like the Chinese guy they're trying to impress for the deal, and he basically sits down and goes like, I won't do business deal with you unless you tell me, you know, where you're from, your family. You need to do all this to impress me or no deal. And it just felt really like out of place, and like, why would a businessman like do all that? And like, it feels like you're bending over backwards to make the plot happen. And then like he demands that she invite her mother to his mother's birthday, like 4 days away. And it just feels kind of like really, I don't know, just the whole movie felt kind of disingenuine, or ingenuine. And I just didn't like it. You know, there's a lot of talent involved, but, you know, it was a swing and a miss for me. So I give Joyride a 3 out of 10.